Parent involvement is one of the number one predictor of early literacy, success, and future academic achievement.
Learning to read opens so many doors for children. Reading is essential for success in school and on the job. Reading is also key for participating in society as an informed citizen. In order to support reading for young children in Ohio, the state enacted a third grade reading guarantee to ensure that all students are proficient readers.
Reading improvement and monitoring plans, or RIMPS, they're a collaboration between the parent and the teacher to address specific reading difficulties and to create a plan to address those reading difficulties a child is having in grades kindergarten through grade 3.
Children need their parents to help them as their role model and to help them to navigate successfully through beginning literacy skills.
So ideally, early intervention for literacy should begin as soon as educators identify that a student is not at the same level as peers in reading.
And the RIMP is really their plan of what can we do to close that achievement gap. These are the opportunities that we use to get students back on track. And we talk about what the school will do to help that student get back on track and what the parents will do to get that student back on track and close that gap.
To be successful readers, students need to receive effective instruction and interventions that are evidence-based. Usually these improvement plans have information about the results of assessments that students have taken in reading, and they have information about students' particular strengths and needs for further reading instruction and intervention. In addition, they really lay out a plan for educators to use to help each student get back on track. The plans can be really effective tools for communicating for classroom teachers and school leaders and families to communicate together and to collaborate so that there's a home and school connection.
Now, the Reading Improvement and Monitoring Plan, or RIMP itself, must have the following components. First, it must identify the specific area in reading where the child is having the most difficulties. The second component is it must have a description of the intervention services that target the specific area where the child is having reading difficulties. A third component is progress monitoring. A fourth component is a reading curriculum that helps the child read at grade level and also provides ongoing assessment throughout the school year. And the last component is a statement that outlines the state requirement for children to be promoted to the 4th grade. The Ohio Department of Education has great resources for teachers and parents regarding reading improvement and monitoring plans, or RIMPS. Teachers and parents, they can find these resources by going to the Ohio Department of Education website and just typing in the search box, 3rd grade reading guarantee. This will bring up the 3rd grade reading guarantee webpage. There's a tab for parent resources, and that page has a 3rd grade reading guarantee roadmap, which outlines reading improvement and monitoring plans, how they go into effect during each grade from beginning to end.
And we do it for reading just because of the importance of reading. Reading is the great equalizer. And so that's why we have kind of reading improvement plans, and we don't necessarily have math improvement plans or science improvement plans, because really if you help a student in reading, you're helping them in all those other subjects as well.